Hello and welcome to my channel today, Boo Snakes and More. Today we're going to be going through Corn Snake Reddit. So please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And for more videos like this, watch my other half channel, A&A Snakes and Stuff. My youngest son's channel, Henny's Toys and Games. On my older son's channel, Little Chris 10. Now let's dive into the video. What do you love about having a corn snake? I went to the Reptile Expo today and fell in love with the corn snakes and hognoses. I wanted some feedback on what you all love about owning your corn snakes, and any advice that you may want to give to someone considering getting one. I am trying to decide between a hognose and corn snake, so just wanted to hear some corn snake highlights. Pick attached of two of the corn snakes I was considering. I love how docile and sweet-natured my corn snake, Erot, is, although he hasn't willingly climbed up onto me. He's very easy to scoop up, and once he's out of the tank, for a few minutes he calms right down and is very inquisitive of his surroundings and seems to enjoy exploring. Personally, I find having him wind through my hands and fingers to be very grounding and relaxing. He almost puts me into a meditative state, and it calms me right down, which was a bonus. I also love how active he can be sometimes when he's exploring and climbing in his enclosure. The majority of the time he's just hiding away and resting, but when he does venture out, he's always thinking and finding places to climb and burrow. Mostly I just love the idea that I get to share a space with such a cool animal, and it's just so rewarding to take care of him and learn about his own quirks and personality traits. He's also very easy to feed, which is what made me choose getting a corn snake over a hognose or ball python, my original first pick. He's also easily the lowest maintenance pet I own. Quotations, cause although he is what I'd consider low maintenance, there is still obviously hard work involved in making sure he's looked after, lol. Here's a bonus pic of him being so stinking cute and resting his chin on some driftwood. This response was wonderful. Thank you for all the details and stories. Elite is adorable. Thank you. Great point on the feeding. I do have a ball python, but also other snakes I always appreciate. I never have to argue with my corn snake to eat his supper. Elite is so cute. OMG. Thank you. I think so too. Several reasons. They tend to be pretty active and alert, and therefore interesting to observe. They're relatively low maintenance. Yeah, the initial setup is pretty expensive if you do a good job, but after that, things are pretty simple. Hardy and good eaters. Most corn snakes takes frozen thawed great, and they're also tough little buggers. Good to handle. They tend to be a little squirmed. They say a ball python, which can be a minus, but they're still very much handleable and generally good-natured. Oh, and they aren't loud or slimy, which I deeply appreciate as someone with sensory sensitivities. LOL. I love other animals, but they can be too much for me sometimes, particularly dogs. Thanks so much for the detailed reply. This is all great information, and I also have sensory sensitivities, so that was good insight. Never heard someone call a snake active or low maintenance. I have 6 snakes. My corn is always out watching you, curious about what you're doing. It's like having a cat. It's really cute. None of the others are so active and curious. Such good insight. Thank you for sharing. Of all snakes, the corns have a ton of personality. I have 8 snakes. 2 are corns. The retic acts like a giant corn snake in terms of friendliness and curiosity, but she's large and clumsy crazily. Corn snakes are just fun. It's hard to explain, but they seem to have more social intelligence for snakes. What I mean is that they are very interactive with humans. Great pets, underrated. Great feedback, thank you. They have cute little Kermit the Frog faces and 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place. Corn snakes are the best pets. They never go off food. They're affordable to feed. They're easy to care for. I've got multiple different colors. Thank you. What color morse do you have? It seems like there are so many. It's hard to choose a favorite to start off with. I like the high red and orange stuff, so I'm hoping to get some fries and bloods in pretty soon. I have a blood motley, a butter motley, amateuristic reverse ochre tea, and a ghost. Blood reds are the best. He's a baby. They start out pretty orange red and get deeper crimson as they grow older. So cool, what a great collection. The most low maintenance pet ever. The initial investment slash setup is a lot, and you have to get the details right, like their temperature, lighting, substrate, enough stimulating things in their tanks, etc. But once you got it down, it's literally just cleaning their water tank, picking up shed or poop, a deep clean every 6 months, if you don't have a bio setup, and your feeding schedule. Once my cats die, that's it, I'm sticking with snakes. Plus the thing with corns, at least for mine, she's been small for some time. They don't get that big, so always easy to handle. I've never had mine attempt to bite me, and while she can still be shy about me grabbing her, she's always sweet and curious when I'm handling her. Very easy to keep and just a beautiful animal. Corn snakes are awesome. I got my first one last October and already have a second. They are the most chill out of all the snakes and the most easy to take care of. I love my 2 babies and I wouldn't have it any other way. Snakes in general are quiet, clean, not smelly, not needy, low maintenance, beautiful to look at, fun to hold, don't take up too much room, have long lives, and honestly are pretty cheap in terms of food and upkeep. Plus you can go out of town for a weekend or so and not have to worry. Corn snakes in particular have just the cutest, sweetest little faces. Plus they come in so many lovely patterns and colors. I have 3 corn snakes and they're great by far. My favorite reptiles I've ever had. Reasons why I love them. They have so much personality. One is super curious. He's into everything and always wants to be a part of what's going on. One is extremely chill and would be happy to sleep in my pocket or under my shirt, on my shoulders all day every day if I'd let him. And the baby is a little dorp who thinks she's an acrobat and doesn't have a single thought in her head, which is so enduring. Ha ha. Easy to care for. The humidity and temp requirements are so simple to meet compared to a lot of other pet snakes, and even if some part of it gets off by a tiny bit, they're not going to immediately get sick or die. We had a really dry summer where I am, and I had a hard time keeping one of the enclosures humid enough at times, but the little guy is just fine, and there was never really a danger to him while I was correcting it. Food is easy to find, inexpensive, and they just eat it without shenanigans. My oldest male goes off food for 2 to 3 weeks every spring, but he's the only one who does, and it's only a couple of weeks, so it's not enough time for me to need to be worried about it. They're pretty. There are so many more to choose from, and a lot of them are absolutely gorgeous. I have a crimson motley, a peppermint, and a palomino. They're all so different looking, but they all have that sweet little corn snake face that I'm a sucker for also. Most morphs are very affordable, which isn't the case with some species. They seem to actually want my company at times. My two older snakes will actively come to the front glass of their enclosure and wait for me to open it, then start crawling out to me. When I'm holding them, they like to get comfortable on my shoulders or around my neck and just check out what they can reach or take a nap. I can play a game or watch a movie or whatever, and they seem content to hang out with me until I put them back. Handling them feels nice because they're not super fast moving. Aside from the baby, she's still a little squirmy, but she's getting there. They're just thread through my fingers and around my wrist over and over, and the way their scalps feel on my skin is very pleasant. One of them seems to like being scratched gently on his back, which is also pleasant. When I'm anxious or annoyed, holding one of my snakes makes everything feel a little less dire and annoying. As other people have mentioned, it is a bit expensive to get a proper setup, but that's true for every reptile, so I wouldn't count it as a con for corn snakes in comparison to another snake. Honestly, if you want a snake, I can't recommend corns highly enough. To be honest, I have two corn snakes. One that's an escape artist, and one that's a pretty little girl that likes to snuggle. I love everything about them because they help me relax when they let me cut them just like my dog and cats, except for they don't leave here that I'm allergic to everywhere. But I still love my dog and cats just the same. But snakes are cool. I have a total of three. It's just there's one's for the corn snakes. I love that yours cuddles with you also. I've heard they're pretty talented escape artists. Have you found any tips or tricks to keep it contained? Has your cat been a concern when your snake gets out? That's something I worry about with my cats. They just bop her head gently so she doesn't leave the room. It was kind of cute, but I really can't say anything about other cats. Thank you for watching this video and peace out till the next one.